Hey YouTube, it's Bulwark 1911 here. And normally on my channel I don't do political videos, but this will be the one and only time I do one because with the weapons Armageddon, they're calling it, the Fire Armageddon, some are calling it, and seeing stuff like this in my local paper. Here's a guy using a grinder on his shotgun because he was upset about the school shootings. So he made it so that gun could never hurt any kids. So there's a lot of info going around on the internet. A lot of it's a bunch of crap. I suggest everyone be as active as they can. If you're a gun owner, you need to get involved. You need to write to your newspaper, write a letter to the editor, and so I'm going to read you the letter I wrote to the editor of this same newspaper. Just a second. I wrote, "Assault weapons are not the problem, and whether you are anti-gun or pro-gun, I want you to stop for a minute and think like the criminal you aren't. Now that I have your attention, think about how utterly defenseless your children are when you drop them off at school every day. You see, this country operates via law-abiding citizens like you and me. But let's be honest, criminals dance to a different tune, don't they? So if you were hell-bent on hurting innocent people, it wouldn't matter if you used a bomb, gun, knife, car, or pencil, would it? Because you could find a way, couldn't you? Once you cross the line into the criminal world, anything's possible, really. We need to remember that every mass shooting has taken place in a gun-free zone. There's nobody to stop you in these places, are there? If you stop and think about it, they're the perfect places to commit crime, aren't they? While I'll agree with the NRA that an armed guard at every school is a great idea, and your children would be safer for it, which is good. But you've now directed the danger towards other gun-free zones, such as movie theaters, shopping malls, and restaurants. Because you see, you cannot legislate safety, as criminals do not obey the laws you and I do. Any weapons ban places the average American at a disadvantage, doesn't it? So if your goal is to ban guns, where does it end? And when only the criminals have guns, what then? You see, if you continue to allow gun-free zones to exist, evil will continue to exploit them. 4 days after the Connecticut school shooting and everything's already back to normal. Nothing has changed. But before you grab your shotgun and grinder to make knives and make it on the front page of the paper, stop for a minute and think like the criminal you aren't. Increasing security makes sense, while disarming citizens doesn't. Having an armed guard at every school is a great idea, and let me be the first to apply." So that was my letter to the editor, and I'll be sending it to the state representative. I hope you all are trying to be as active as I am.